Hello all, excuse my mirrored behind in this video, but again I'm coming from a different angle. Just want to stand up and be a little bit more movable. So today I'm here with my second episode in my nostalgia time mini-series thing that I'm kind of doing, but you know, I'm just busting out a video every now and then. So this time it's focusing on childhood books. I have a few of the books that I want to talk about here today, but some of them I don't have, so it's just a chill video, you know, being reminiscent over some of the books that gave me a pure joy and happiness when I was a child growing up. So the first book, or should I say author I guess, that I want to mention today is Jacqueline Wilson. So I used to obviously read and watch her Tracy Beaker series. I only read like, I think she had a few Tracy Beaker books and I only read like one or two maybe, but as I started getting a little bit older I read things like Kiss and My Sister Jodie, and I've got this one to show here because this is one of the ones that I absolutely adored, really did love it. I used to, I think at the time, get every book, or at least read every book from like the library or something that she came out with, and she's one of those authors with tons and tons of books. And as I've grown and transitioned from childhood to adolescent to adulthood, I have stopped buying her releases for some reason. So in inspiration of this video, I've decided at some point soon, hopefully this year, I want to do a rereading / reading Jacqueline Wilson's books. I'll probably start off with the books that I own and give them a reread, and then maybe follow it up in another vlog reading for the first time some of her newer books or some of the books that were released during the period where I wasn't reading her stuff. But she's just one of those authors that I absolutely adored as a child, and I think I'd have no difficulty getting back into again as an adult. I used to reread her stuff quite frequently when I was younger, especially because obviously those were the days where I didn't have like disposable money. I had to wait until birthdays and Christmases to hopefully receive some books, and so during that time I reread a lot of her stuff. So yeah, Jacqueline Wilson and her books just hold a very special place in my heart. I think a lot of people around my age group as well probably read a lot of Jacqueline Wilson, and also her stuff was always illustrated by Nick Sharratt. So I just loved them. I thought they were an incredible duo. I feel like the duo that has taken place in my life now is Neil Gaiman and Chris Riddell. Is it Riddell or Riddle? I don't really know. But whenever he has like something illustrated, Chris usually comes along and does that. So that's like, they're like my two dynamic duos in terms of authorship and illustrators. Love it. Then I have another book that I don't really own. Basically, again, when I was really young, I used to love the Rainbow Fairies books, and I have a little bit of a story time. Basically, there was this awesome book I had. I used to cherish it. Oh my god, I absolutely adored this thing. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but I feel like it followed quite a few of the like original Rainbow Fairies. There's like a fairy for everything nowadays. I've lost track. But this book was like a big red, almost like an annual size sort of book, you know, those yearly Christmas annual things that people come out with. I think it might have been released around those sort of times years and years ago as well, but it was a big storybook following quite a few of the fairies, and it was red, and it had, I'm pretty sure it had a black fairy on the front. That's probably why I loved it a lot, because I wanted to see representation of me. Even at that age I wanted to see representation of myself in books, and she was a fairy. I was obsessed with fairies. And one day, basically, my room used to leak so much. Even now the roof is detestable. And where my mirror is now, my wardrobe, I had this great big bookshelf with everything just crammed onto it. And one day, actually I think that was before I had that bookshelf. Well, anyway, I've always had my bookshelf that side until recently, where it's now this side. One day my wall leaked, and it wasn't just a drip, it was like I've still got the stain in. It's a long stain, it drenched right through, and it completely ruined a load of my books. And guess what one of those books were? The Rainbow Fairies one, my friend, the Rainbow Fairies. So that was one of my cherished books, and it was unsalvageable. It was completely ruined. The pages were all stuck together. I did try to air it out and everything, but it was a mess. And I think subconsciously, maybe in my adult life now, that's why I don't have my bookshelf on that side. But to be fair, my room has leaked all around. Everywhere there's wall, because I'm the end room as well, and I don't know, maybe that makes me weaker. I don't really know. But my room has always had issues with leaks. And yeah, looking at my wall now, like the paint on the walls have sort of hidden some of the worst stuff, but my ceiling, it cannot be covered. Yeah, that is the Rainbow Fairies. Again, I see them still in this day and age, and there's so many different fairies I cannot keep track at all. Next up we have my beloved Beatrix Potter books. Now I thought I had more than these, but I think possibly I was mistaken. This one I got a few years later on. I don't think I got this when I was like super young, but it's definitely an older book. This one, however, you can see it is well loved. All these muddy bits. I can't remember when I got this. Oh, I didn't even know that. Apparently it's a special purchase for £2.99, but basically I also had Cabbage Patch Kids and I adored them, and I used to make some of my stuff theirs. So one of my, well, the only Cabbage Patch Kid I had, I think, was called Greta Courtney, and I made this her book. How precious, how precious. But yeah, this is one of those ones that I loved as well. I was obsessed with Beatrix Potter when I was younger. We had this older video, and I think I might still have it, with like 3 or 5 tales of Beatrix Potter, and it would be her sort of painting in real life, and then it would go into the cartoon, and oh my god, I adored them. So yeah, this is the World of Peter Rabbit and Friends complete story collection. Here's some of the illustrations and sort of the layout of the book. And then this one is the Tale of Peter Rabbit, and again I'll show you the layout like so. But yeah, Beatrix Potter, absolutely adored. I still sort of have a soft place in my heart again for her stuff now. I have something else that I forgot I don't have, so I'll run and get that at the end of this video, because I don't want to move the lighting just yet and then like ruin the majority of the video's lighting. So the other thing I have not on me is Animal Arc. Does anybody else remember Animal Arc? I adored Animal Arc. I feel like I collected the magazines for like a short period of time. I don't know if I've still got any of the books. I couldn't find them like during my quick little search through, but I remember specifically reading the dolphin one. It had it was like a pink banding saying Animal Arc, didn't it? And then it had like the picture of the dolphin on the front, and I adored those books, and I think that might have contributed to me wanting to do animal based works in the future. I feel like it must have done, without realising. That probably influenced me quite a lot. But yeah, I adored those books. As you can imagine, they were all about animals. They were following like veterinary people. Usually children would show some sort of interest in a particular animal, something could happen, they'd be like wow, and then they'd speak to like a professional, and it was that sort of general storyline, and then they'd be like helping out, which I don't think is actually legal, like a young child helping in marine studies. I don't think that's believable now, but still it gave that sort of connection and that, I don't know, that interest. So I adored those books, and again I'm pretty sure it came out as a magazine, and I may have got a few of those and the books came with them, but I feel like I might have read some of those from the library as well, hence why I don't have any that I can find, or maybe I just got rid of them, I don't really know. Next are some really, well, next and last are some really cute nursery book things that I cannot get rid of. Every time I do some sort of tidying up, I just can't bring myself to get rid of, so bear with me whilst I go grab those. They're in my mum's room. So these are the two that I had in mind. I feel like I had Cumblewick Green or something. Oh, it really annoys me. A music teacher has little figures of them, of this specific little village. I think it used to be a TV show like when my mum was growing up, but I'm pretty sure I have a little book of that story. Is it Cumblewick Green? You guys may know what I'm talking about. I could just go and ask my mum, but I cannot be bothered. I've already left the room and it was chaos getting through. But these are the two books that I was thinking of when I was talking about my nursery rhymes. So I have the Collins book of nursery rhymes illustrated by Jonathan Langley. This one I remember reading so many times. I used to write in my books my name and my age. Apparently I was 9 years old when I had this one, and it's got my address for some reason written in there. So yeah, it's got like I don't know if these were like original little poetries, or if some of them were like original for this book and others were like old-fashioned, because I feel like it had that Mr. Foster went to Gloucester or whatever in there as well. But yeah, nursery days. Bye bye baby bunting. Yeah, it's got old ones. Daddy's gone a hunting, gone to get a rabbit skin to wrap the baby bunting in. How adorable. Shall I read some of these? Oh my god, let me choose one. They're quite long. Oh, they've got Sing a Song of Sixpence. Oh my god, oh, these are so cute. I cannot find myself getting rid of these ever. I really cannot. It's so adorable. The house that Jack built. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, Mary had a little lamb. I don't know why I put a line across it. Maybe I didn't like Mary, who knows. Oh, bad boys and naughty girls. Oh, this is so cute. Oh my god, Rain Rain Go Away. Why did I cross through some of those? Let's read Bad Boys and Naughty Girls. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John went to bed with his trousers on, one shoe off and one shoe on. Diddle diddle dumpling, my son John. There was a little girl and she had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. Oh my god, I remember this one. When she was good, she was very, very good, but when she was bad, she was horrid. Georgie, Porgy, Puddin' and Pie kissed the girls and made them cry. I know this one as well. I guess it's just categorised under that little list. I don't know. Kissed the girls and made them cry. When the boys came out to play, Georgie, Porgy ran away. Elsie Marley is growing so fine, she won't get up to feed the swine, but lies in bed till 8 or 9, lazy Elsie Marley. Little Tommy Tittlemouse lived in a little house, he caught fishes in other men's ditches. Handy Pandy Jack-a-Dandy stole a piece of sugar candy from the grocer's shoppy shop, and away did Hoppy Hop. Little Polly Flinders sat among the cinders, warming her pretty little toes. Her mother came and caught her and whipped her little daughter for spoiling her nice new clothes. Oh my god. But yeah, good times, good times. So it's got like the curtain open and then closed. It's like the end. Love it. Then I have the BFC Young Book of Poetry, selected by Beverly Mathias and illustrated by Alan Snow. Did any of you guys have these things? Like, I don't know where my mum got these, but I absolutely adored them. This is the end pages at the front. Let's see, and again, it's just a collection of poetries, like silly little things to get kids reading and just enjoying it and having fun. This one's about like weather and stuff. Shall I read one of these? 4 seasons. Spring is showery, flowery and bowery. Summer hoppy, choppy, poppy. Autumn wheezy, sneezy, freezy. Winter slippy, drippy, nippy. Adorable. So yeah, I had a great time going through memory lane of all the books that I read. I thought that would be quite a fun one when I was thinking through these nostalgia time videos, because my channel is predominantly book related, although of course I throw in other things that interest me. It's like my hobby channel basically. Anything that I like I just chuck on. But I thought this would be a fun one to reminisce over. Let me know some of your childhood favourites. Maybe you share some of the books that I mentioned today, or maybe mine are more unique to you and you've never heard of them before. Because some of these I've not really heard people talk about before, but then again, why would they now, I guess. Anyway, I'll speak to you in another video soon. Bye.